Time to talk love, and we've got the girl we love on the phone, Miss Flirt. If you want to check out her details, howtogettheoneyouwant.com is the website. Tells you everything you need to know about relationships. But today, what are we talking about with Miss Flirt?
Morning, Miss Flirt.
Good morning, how are you guys?
All right, mate, we thought we'd try and help out, not first daters, but people that are maybe just seeing each other for the first few times and crossing the line between keen and stalker. Okay? Like, when do you cross the line as far as maybe bothering them too much, being too familiar, or after the second date going on Friday, we're going to Mum's?
You know what, a lot of people do that. You'd say to joke, but it's serious.
Exactly. I think that's a big wrong.
Yeah, you know what, and in particular, we have heard so many stories about women who are literally planning their wedding and have their wedding dress all planned out, and it's like, no, back off.
Yeah. Back away from the wedding dress.
Yeah, exactly. It is like that. And, you know, there are loads of ways you can be too clingy or too needy or basically just a desperado, if you want to put it that way. I mean, physically, I know guys, you know, girls might think it's impossible to be too physically clingy with guys, but, you know, some girls out there so desperately want a guy to like them at the beginning of a relationship that they really push the boundaries, and, you know, they're all over them like a rash, basically. You know, they always want to kiss, they always want to touch, they always want sex. And, you know, sex is great, but you can't have too much of a good thing, you know. You just have to back away. And I think the most important thing, I'm sure you'll agree, that when you first go out with somebody, if you just read their cues, you can kind of tell where they're at, you know. If you send them a text message and say, you know, hey, babe, how you going? And they send you one, are we on for tonight? Yep. You know, and you get a one-word answer, then obviously sending them another 10 is probably going to...
Yes. Yeah.
You know, you're not getting anything, so just back off.
It's kind of like you send a text and say, are we on for tonight? And then he can, or she goes, yes. You don't send another 5 going, can't wait, only 3 more hours.
Yeah. Oh, I've been thinking about you all day.
Oh, yeah.
I just, I can't get you out of my mind. It's like, and that's really important. I mean, we had some people who literally sent about 50 texts. And, you know, at the beginning of a relationship, we also, I have once been in a relationship, to be honest, where in the first week, we probably sent 500 between us. But it was a mutual thing, and, you know, It was just a bit of fun. It was a bit...
So that's the important point. If it's a mutual thing, a reciprocal thing, and you're both going with it, but it's when one starts to outweigh the other.
Yeah, and that's for everything. That's in terms of how physical you get, how much you touch, how much you kiss. If the other person is full on into it and they want to pass you as much as you want to pass them, then go for it. You know, if they're really wanting to tell you all about their emotional, baggage and, their wants and their dreams, and you are as well, then, hey, I think you've found the perfect match. But if you're opening your whole heart and telling them your whole sob story and how many kids you want to have and what their names are going to be, and they're looking at you, staring at you blankly, then,
Yeah.
How do you pull it up, though, if someone is being too full on, and they're bombarding you and you don't know how to tell them you're not that into it?
Well, usually when they're like that, you know that you're probably not going out with the right person for a start, because that's sort of, if they're like that at the beginning, if the relationship's not really working out at the beginning, you can't keep going with it, surely. After 6 months, you're going to realise that, geez, what have I got myself into? How do I back out of this one? So, it is really hard to break it to people because people can get really offended as well, if you just sort of say, you're a bit too forward, you're a bit too clingy, you're a bit too emotional, I'm not ready to jump in like that. People would take it really personally, so you've got to be careful. So I think when you do mention something, you just got to know that it's probably going to break up the relationship, which is probably a good thing if that's the case, really,
See, the standout for me, and this is girl or guy, but just say you've had 3 dates. Yeah. And then you say, look, I won't be able to see you Friday because I'm having a bit of a boys' night out on Friday night. She goes, that's great, where are you going? I'll come too.
Oh.
Or just she gets a bit upset.
Yeah.
She gets a bit upset that you're going to see your mates and not her, and then you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you're out with your mates, you get lots of texts going, having fun missing you.
Spying on you. Yeah.
Well, she's just I miss you.
Spying on you, looking, or spending the whole night thinking, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Looking at somebody else,
So basically what we've learned from this, Miss Flirt, is when you're dating, play it cool.
Well, you can have a bit of fun with it, but just don't go overboard. Back off.
Always been a big fan of treating me and keeping keen. Always.
No, I don't believe in that. But you can't go just because you need love doesn't mean you need to try and get some. You should be happy with yourself. You shouldn't need to get it from somebody else. Neediness spells desperation and is very unattractive.
That's why I text myself.
Yeah, that's what you should do. If you're desperate, text yourself and don't send it to anybody else. It's a good idea.
Miss Flirt, we love talking to you. We'll chat to you soon.
Have a good day. Bye, guys.
See you later. You can jump on her website as well, howtogettheyoneyouwant.com. Check out the details.